Guys, buckle up. Marvel is about to throw more new characters at us than ever before, and some of them you'll probably never see again after Secret Wars. Yeah, it's happening, and with Avengers Doomsday heating up, the hype feels just like it did right before Infinity War and Endgame. That electric something massive is coming energy, and trust me, the lineup we're about to talk about, it's going to blow your mind. Stick around, because it's not just about returning heroes, it's characters you've never seen before in live action. And the best part? Most of these characters we're about to meet has never even crossed paths before, but they're all about to come together, fighting side by side, taking on one of the biggest villains in the MCU, Doctor Doom. And wait till you hear who's already confirmed, because Marvel's bringing in some heavy hitters that hint at just how insane these movies are gonna get. Now, after this first wave of casting announcements, like the addition of X-Men Legends, Cyclops and Beast, you can already tell Marvel Studios is swinging for the fences with Avengers Doomsday, and if you think that's wild, add in Robert Downey Jr.'s return, not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom, and suddenly it feels like we're not just building towards an epic team-up, we're setting the stage for a full-blown multiversal explosion of characters. It's almost easy to forget that Marvel could still introduce even more brand new faces, just like they did with unexpected cameos back in Infinity War and Endgame. And guys, it gets even crazier, because an insider just leaked that Marvel's planning even more new characters, and some of them are super obscure. Let's get into that. According to a super reliable insider, Marvel Studios isn't just planning to bring back familiar faces, they're gearing up to introduce completely new heroes and villains at the end of the Multiverse Saga. And we're not talking about original characters created for the movies, these are legit Marvel Comics characters we've never seen before on the big screen. And the best part, these characters are going to show up only once, making their appearance even more special. But who's the source, and why should we trust them? Let's break that down. Alright. Quick background, the scoop comes from Cryptic HD Quality. You might know him better as Cryptic 4K over on Twitter. He's been a trusted name in the Marvel community for a few years now. Started out accurately calling trailer drops, TV spot leaks, early descriptions, and since then, pretty much rock solid when it comes to insider info. Here's what he said about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. I hear they will introduce a few one-off heroes and villains we've never seen before for both Doomsday and Secret Wars. You'll probably never see them again after the saga ends. And to clear up any confusion, he added, when I say never seen before, I don't mean original characters. They're not making up new people. These are existing Marvel characters who've never made it on the big screen. So what kind of characters are we talking about exactly? There are some huge possibilities, and if you're a real Marvel nerd, you're gonna love the theories coming up next. And if we think about how Marvel has handled this kind of thing before, especially during Infinity War and Endgame, they were super selective about which characters they brought in. Thanos' Black Order gave the Avengers real threats to face without throwing Thanos into every fight. Characters like E3 were absolutely necessary. He helped Thor forge Stormbreaker after all. And for something like Vormir and the Soul Stone, Marvel could have picked any cosmic character to guard it, but they purposefully brought back Red Skull to close out his arc. They didn't just flood the screen with random faces because they could. Every addition mattered to the story. And it's important to remember there were even early ideas about Doctor Strange interacting with the Living Tribunal, but Marvel decided against it because it would have been way too much to explain. And with Secret Wars aiming to be even bigger than Endgame, you know Marvel's gonna pick their new characters very carefully. Let's talk about the biggest candidates. But Secret Wars, this is a whole different beast. This saga needs some of those bigger, crazy characters that we haven't seen yet, but who are crucial to the storyline. First on the list, the Beyonder. The Russo brothers recently confirmed that they're pulling from both the classic 1980 Secret Wars and the 2015 Jonathan Hickman version. And in both versions, the Beyonder plays a massive role. Now there's been some speculation that instead of introducing the Beyonder, Marvel might just lean into what they've already built, specifically Loki being the centerpiece of the multiverse after Loki Season 2. Instead of introducing a whole new cosmic being to fight over, Doom could simply target Loki's power instead, keeping things streamlined without introducing the Beyonder this late in the game. It makes sense, but at the same time it's hard to imagine Secret Wars without at least referencing the Beyonder somehow. But hold up, the Beyonder isn't the only major player Marvel could drop in at the last second. Another name could flip the whole story on its head, and let's get into that. Right alongside the Beyonder, there's Molecule Man. But again, based on what we've seen so far, especially with Deadpool and Wolverine teasing the concept of anchor beings, it feels like Marvel might be skipping Molecule Man altogether. They're probably using established characters like Wolverine instead of adding another complicated, super powerful cosmic character that needs a whole movie's worth of explanation. So if not those giant cosmic players, who is Marvel most likely to bring in? you might be surprised at some of the characters that fit perfectly without slowing the movie down. Instead of going super heavy with exposition, Marvel might opt for characters that are easier to slot in quickly like Beta Ray Bill, and honestly, Beta Ray Bill has been waiting in the wings forever. They even almost included him in Thor Ragnarok as a CGI character, but he ended up as a statue on the side of Champion's Tower instead. Plus, remember during Avengers Endgame when they flashed back to Thor's visit to the Carbonite planet? That's Beta Ray Bill's people. He'd fit perfectly without needing a ton of setup. He's basically a Thor variant anyway. He even has his own version of Thor's hammer, so Marvel could just drop him into the action and keep the pace moving. On the flip side, if Marvel wanted to bring in someone like Eternity, like they did in Thor Love and Thunder, that's a huge deal. You can't just casually introduce a cosmic embodiment of existence without slowing down the story for major exposition. So yeah, probably not gonna happen with the one-off characters, but whoever they pick, it's clear, Marvel's setting up something absolutely massive. Let's wrap this up with a big question for you guys. Bottom line, Marvel's about to flood the MCU with some insane, never before seen characters for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Some are gonna be huge, some might just be quick cameos, but either way, it's going to get crazy. Now it's your turn. If you could bring in any second, third, or even fourth tier Marvel character for the final battle, who would you pick? Drop your dream picks down in the comments below. I'm seriously dying to hear what you guys come up with. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button if you had a good time, subscribe for more Marvel updates, and of course, ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything. I'll catch you in the next one.